So we can see the need for undivided society from three perspectives. Number one, as a social unit. Number two, as an integrated unit of nature. Number three, because this whole existence is coexistence. So I want naturally to live in coexistence with everyone. So we will discuss all these three views. But let me ask you, is it naturally acceptable to you that society should have undividedness?
How a society can be undivided? If it is undivided, then how can you call it as a society? If it is divided, how can you call it as a society?
Right. So this is crowd. If we are divided, it means it is crowd. Crowd where people are not recognizing relationship with each other. Society means we are living as a family with common goals, with feeling of relationship. And if we are living with differing goals, with feeling of opposition, it will lead to battlefield, war. So before discussing all these points, I am just asking you, you can ask yourself, is it naturally acceptable to me to live in an undivided society? So you can ask yourself, undividedness, it is naturally acceptable to you or not? If it is naturally acceptable to us, then we must discuss all these points. So we are going to discuss this need for undivided society. So if you see human being is a social unit. Human being is a social unit. So as a social unit, we want mutual happiness with few people or with everyone? With everyone. So it's naturally inspiration in us. So as a social unit, I want to live with mutual fulfillment, with mutual happiness, with everyone. Because human being is a social unit. That's why we look for justice. That's why we look for mutual happiness. Because it is naturally acceptable to me as a social unit. So as a social unit, our natural acceptance is to ensure mutual happiness, justice from family to world family. Right. As a social unit, we expect everyone to behave in a mutually fulfilling manner with us and tend to behave well with everyone in general. As a social unit, we are looking for justice from family to world family. And this justice from world family to world family will ensure undivided society. So undivided society means now each one of us living with mutual happiness. And I can have this feeling for everyone, whether society is ready for that or not. But if I have a feeling of justice with everyone, then I am ready to live like an undivided society. And I can help others to live like an undivided society. So this I can do. So to reflect in behavior, it is your choice. Suppose we are running this session, many questions comes in your mind and you are resolved within yourself, so you don't express it. Whenever you think, now I need to ask this question, then you use your body. So whether I will express it or not, it is my choice.
I can resolve
You. Otherwise, what will you do? If you are in harmony, then what will you do?
If I am in harmony, I can be in harmony.
So you are in harmony. Once you are in harmony, you will be able to see harmony in other units, in human being, in rest of nature. And once you are able to see harmony, there will be a natural expansion to help others to be in harmony.
For the natural participation.
it will be natural for you to participate. It will be natural, effortlessly. So when your child comes to you, it becomes natural for you to take care of him, because I am able to see relationship. So with feeling of relationship, it is natural for me to participate. If there are 100 of questions in me whether to participate or not to participate, it means I am not able to see relationship. So with relationship, it will be natural.
If that is
Right.
the case, at some point, are we going to, like UHV, universal human values, is it going to contradict with law and order? For example, if you are traveling in a reservation compartment and people are getting inside without any reservation, so now there is a question whether to give space for them or not, who is expecting that. If there is place, means we can give. It's against the order.
The law is created by us. Created by us.
So are we in a position to tell them that they should not right? Normally they should not. No. Are we in a position to tell them that that is not right? Or we need to give them possibly it's fatal means but we need to give the right explanation. We should say.
Now what we will do in jail? We will work for right understanding. So we will run this workshop, UHV2, UHV3, UHV4, UHV5, till he realized, till he gets enlightenment. Right?
We are just not following the rule for one. We have to continue for others also. As Ma'am said. So can we stop up to the level of feeling, not behaving? They're just giving the seat to that person. So can we have that feeling inside our mind and can we stop with that? Will it be okay? Not participating in the behavior.
No, say again, Didi, say again.
She's asking that if someone who hasn't bought a ticket and they are traveling to that compartment, the reserved compartment, I have a feeling that I should help them by giving the seat, but it is against the law. And it is against it again and again. So I can have a feeling of helping him, but not doing that activity, so that I am not indirectly encouraging him to do it again and again.
So that's why we need to participate in development of humanistic constitution. Today's constitution is not focused on human happiness. It is based on some other things. So for example, this organization. So today's organizations are not based on human happiness. They are based on economy. So many times we are in conflict. Whether we should prioritize economy or people. But if our constitution is based on humanistic constitution, then there will be a scope of all these things. That's why we need to participate in larger order also. Okay, so let's have a break. We will come just after the break.
For giving the expression. Okay, so we are very much delighted and pleasured to call Sheena Christie ma'am to give the recap of day 1. You are most welcome, ma'am.
Yes, written more on this. Shall we put a chair for in the chair? Sir, what is putting a chair put madam? உட்காந்து பேசுங்க நிறைய நீ நிற்கக்கூடாது உட்காந்து
Day 1 lecture we have seen yesterday. Yeah. Are you ready? Yes, ready. Yesterday's lecture we have seen yesterday. From that I am going to give small recap. The aim of UHV4 is Vision for Human Society. That is family development which brings societal development. So here the vision for human society imbibes the fulfillment of the life and our desires which leads to a harmonious society, to fulfilling life which includes happiness in oneself in continuity, a healthy body, prosperity in family, harmonious relationship in and around family, peace and harmony in society, coexistence with nature, conducive social structure and systems, continuity of the above for the
That is
conducive, yeah. Continuity of the above for all, we have to escalate it for the next generations. So the two essential aspects of humane society are harmony in human-human relationship, which is from the family to the world family, harmony in human-nature relationship, that is to train harmony from family order to world family order. Then the society here, we are meaning that the people living together with common goals and the system, which is the structure adopted for the fulfillment of the collective social goal that we have seen today also in Sir's lecture. So to incur the harmonious human society, whatever proposal we are stating, that should be verified on the basis of our natural acceptance. It should be experimentally validated and we have to follow it in our daily life. Then, yesterday, Sir covered 4 lectures. So, in that second lecture, we need to visualize the humane society in a collaborative and collective efforts with feeling of justice and sense of community. So all human beings have desire to live with continuous fulfillment, which is the fundamental aspiration. For attaining this fundamental aspiration, each human being need to have right understanding in the self and with everyone. Have to ensure more than the required physical facilities at all times for all generations. So the third chapter, third lecture from that, recognizing human goals. That is, happiness in human goals to be understandable in 4 stages. Individual, in terms of cultivating the right feeling and maintaining the good health. Family, which encompasses prosperity in every family, in terms of recognizing relationship, fulfilling expected feelings, engaging in meaningful service, caring for the next generation, accepting societal responsibilities, and preserving traditions. As a society, fearlessness in terms of trust and justice, and nature in terms of coexistence with which leads to the mutual enrichment. So happiness to be ensured in all 4 stages, in generations after generations. So the interconnectedness of these goals reflects the holistic approach to individual and societal well-being, emphasizing harmony with oneself, family, society, and nature. Then, in the 4th lecture, appraisal of the current state, which includes major achievement of the modern development, which is the phenomenal development of this planet, green revolution in agricultural production, which frees from hunger and poverty. Second, fast-growing problems in society, which is environmental pollution, global warming, climate change and resource depletion. Unemployment, despite the tremendous growth of the economy, nearly 1.2 billion people remains below the extreme poverty level. Disparities in accessing essential services, which persists between rural and urban areas. Then last one, root cause of the prevalent problems. Materialistic mindset of human behavior, sensory interactions, ever increasing consumerization, and unbridled exploitation of the natural environment as well as the other human beings. Due to the absence of fulfillment of goal, which brings the state of vicious loop. Thus, the proposed vision for a human society provides a holistic approach that recognizes the coexistence of self and body, addresses true needs for happiness and prosperity, and redefines the goals based on right understanding, fostering trust and harmony with human being and rest of nature. So these are the things we have seen yesterday's lecture. Thank you.
Thank you, Didi. You have revised the whole day. One more lecture.
Bhaiya, shall I ask some question to ma'am? Ma'am, Christy ma'am, how much time you have invested? Christy ma'am, how much time you have invested for this preparation? Very nice, ma'am. Thank you so much. You have invested 1 hour to give the recap for us. Thanks a lot. And Bhaiya also, Rajulji also told that by seeing a handwriting, whether she has printed or written. So such a nice handwriting. It is uniformly distributed throughout the 3 to 4 pages. The handwriting is neat and good. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Bhaiya, would you like to add anything? Rajulji?
Only one thing, I came late actually, so I didn't hear everything, but so I think it was a very comprehensive, recap. Only one thing I would mention, that when we are saying right understanding with everyone, okay, right understanding is in myself. It's not with everyone. That right feeling is within me. It's not with everyone. I have a feeling for X, Y, Z. That is not what we are talking about. We are talking about right feeling within me. So if you see, you are looking for something from outside only if you don't have it. So you're looking for right feeling from others if you don't have the right feeling inside you. If you don't have food, you are looking for food outside. If you don't have something, X, Y, Z thing. As far as the self is concerned, it is self-sufficient. It is possible to be self-sufficient. So
no expectations.
No, you'll have right expectations. It will not be no expectations. You will have right expectations. And those expectations, if they are right, and the other is competent to fulfill them, they will also be fulfilled. But your happiness will not depend on the fulfillment of your expectations. You will still have expectations. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. Right understanding in the self rather than right understanding with everyone. But I think, very comprehensive, and you spent time on it. That's very appreciable.
Okay.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Now let me invite Gopal Bhaiya to continue the session. Over to you, Bhaiya.
Don't need to invite again and again, Didi. Na? I am already invited. Okay. So we are discussing the need for an undivided society. So we are discussing that human being is a social unit. So as a social unit, it is naturally acceptable to us to live with mutual happiness with everyone. That's why there is a need for undivided society. And I want to live with mutual happiness. Along with this, I want everyone to live with mutual happiness. It is naturally acceptable to us. So that's why there is a need for undivided society. And then everyone can live with mutual happiness. So last time we discussed this law and order. So let me complete it. So if we are talking about society, we must talk about law and order. Though we will explore it in next module. But briefly I am putting here. So if you see this law and order, so law means existential laws. So if you see this whole nature, whole existence, it is working under existential laws, some innate laws. And that's why the whole system is in harmony. The whole universe is in harmony. And order means harmony. So everything is in harmony already. Whether it is tree, animal, material, our body, everything is in harmony. And if you see yourself, harmony is innate in you also. That's why I have a choice to live in harmony irrespective of our circumstances, because it is innate in us. So what we are doing through these UHV sessions, we are unconditioning ourselves. Because of some conditionings, because of some assumptions, I am not able to see this harmony within me. So through UHV 2, 3, 4, we are helping you to uncondition yourself. So once you uncondition yourself, you can see harmony is innate in you. And you can see harmony is innate everywhere. Whether it is an atom, whether it is a planet, whether it is a galaxy, everything is in harmony and working under some existential laws. Right. Now if you come to human being, when we are creating laws and order, and we are not aware of this existential laws and harmony, then my laws and order will conflict other people. So what would be the role of laws and order in society? So the role of law and order would be to ensure these existential laws in everyone, to ensure harmony in society. So suppose if one person is not aware of these existential laws and living in a disturbing manner, so what would be the role of this constitution? To identify that people and to help those people so that they can realize those existential laws and they can live peacefully. So this would be the role of humanistic constitution. But if you see today's laws and order, it is not based on existential laws, harmony. It is based on problem. And as a solution, there is a punishment. So if you have done some problem, create problem, then you will be punished. Now with this existential laws and order, if you are in a problem, you have created some problem, then I will confine you, I will help you to realize these innate laws, existential laws. And we will also provide you to an environment where you can practice this harmony. Once it is done, then I will leave you for society.
Educating ourselves, we have been conditioned or put at the because if we don't all, we all don't have disease, no work for the doctor. We don't have a problem, then no work for the lawyer. So are we creating a problem?
No. Then work will be different. Work will be from different perspective. For example, work of police. For example, so suppose in a family, one child sanskar is corrupted anyhow. Now police will be identify this person. He will send to court. Now there will be advocates they will be advocating how we can ensure these existential laws in that person. And there will be a reform mechanism, and how many level of workshop we need to conduct for this person, and when he may be realized, all these things will be taken care of. So work will be there, but perspective will change. Now as an advocate, my perspective would not be to win my case, whether it is wrong or right. Now I will advocate the existential laws. So perspective will change. Things will remain, but perspective will change. For example, as a teacher, if I am aware of these existential laws, if I am in harmony, then I will not take this UHV as a course. If I am not aware of this, then I will take only this as a course. I am getting this much of salary, I have completed my course, now my work is done. But if I am aware of these existential laws, I am in harmony, then course is one part, but my responsibility towards you, my participation towards you will be in focus. Feeling of guidance will be my focus. So student's life will be my syllabus, not only few pages. So perspective will change. So once we are aligned with this existential laws, harmony, perspective will change.
Not looking work as a workload, isn't it?
So you are not loaded with work, you are loaded with feeling of opposition. You are loaded with unacceptance. You are not accepting people, that's why you are feeling loaded.
Sir, that is the case. So we are giving a space for law and order in UHV, and we call that as
And we call that as humane constitution. So we have different fields, like we can take spirituality, and we have pre-assumption and wrong assumption as well in that too. And people are suffering because of that. So do we have space for that here in UHV?
People are suffering from?
Wrong assumptions towards spirituality. So we have a special reference for law and order here, like humane constitution. Do we have space for different fields also, like spirituality?
We are open to all. Everybody is invited in this workshop. And rest you can work out where we can give them space. Otherwise, what we are teaching existential laws. So everyone is welcome. So people will create space for themselves once they have understood these laws. So for example, you are creating space in your family by understanding all these things. Are you creating or not? You are creating it. So it will start happening gradually. Okay, so this is one way of looking the need of undivided society. Second is, as a unit of nature, we can also feel the need for ensuring undivided society. So if you see the rest three orders, what are the rest three orders? One is physical order, material order. Second is bio order. Third is animal order. Right? So if you see these three orders, let me write down for reference. So there are four orders: material order, okay, physical order, not material, bio order. So you can categorize the whole nature into these four orders. So if you see the three orders, except human being. So if you see these three orders, they interact with each other in a mutually enriching manner. So material order is enriching bio order is enriching material order. Both orders are enriching animal order in reverse is enriching rest of the two. So all the three orders are complement to each other. You can see or not? You can see it. Now I am also a unit. Human being also a unit. So because all three orders are mutually interacting in a mutually enriching manner, that's why I have naturally have inspiration to live in a mutually fulfilling manner. So in this whole nature, each unit is interacting with other unit in a mutually enriching manner. And I also have a natural inspiration to live in a mutually enriching manner. So to ensure mutually fulfilling interaction with nature, larger societal systems, ensuring a feeling of prosperity in everyone, sustainable practices, protection systems, all these are required. And again, these are collective efforts. So why we need an undivided society. So we have a natural inspiration, but we need an environment also. Suppose I want to do organic farming, but system is not providing that space. So I cannot do. So we need to think about those systems. So these are collective efforts. To ensure this environment, we need undivided society. So this is another view. So to ensure the above, a humane society where people are able to see relationship with nature from family to world family order and able to live accordingly is required. So there is a need for a humane society, undivided society. So that whatever I want to do in a mutually enriching manner, it is available to me. Suppose I want to nurture my body, but food which are available to us is pesticide. It is full of pesticide. So we will not be able to nurture our body. And food I cannot produce by me. I need a combined effort to produce food for all. So that's why we need an undivided society. So for example, a farmer who has a feeling of love. Love means relatedness to all. If that farmer has feeling of love, he will produce food or crops with the feeling of relationship. And with the feeling of relationship, he will ensure that pesticide is not being used because it is going to my relative's body. But if he is not able to see that relationship, he doesn't have that feeling of love, then he will produce for himself a separate crops, for you another crops. So that's why we need undivided society. Right? Third view, you can see from existential perspective. So there is a coexistence in existence, and units are submerged in space. Each unit is energized, active, recognizes its relationship with other units. That's why it is naturally acceptable to me to live in coexistence. So if you see the whole existence, for example, a tree, there are many leaves in one tree. And if you see leaf, it is made of many cells. Each cell is self-organized or not? Active or not? It is participating in the constitution of leaf. So it is not only existing, it is coexisting with leaf. Similarly, if you see one leaf, it is existing and participating in the tree. So coexisting. If you see the tree, it is existing and participating in whole ecosystem. So it is coexisting. If you see this earth, it is existing and participating in its galaxy, in its solar system. So everything exists and coexists. That's why I have natural inspiration to live in coexistence. That's why I need undivided society. So I don't like to be in undivided society, divided society, because it is not naturally acceptable to me, because this whole existence is coexistence. That's why I have natural inspiration to live in coexistence. So whenever I ask you what feeling is naturally acceptable to you, feeling of love or hate, your answer will be love. Because with feeling of love, I will be able to ensure coexistence with everyone. With feeling of hate, I won't be able to ensure coexistence. That's why it is not naturally acceptable to me. Right? So we have discussed this need for undivided society from three perspectives. One from human being as a social unit, human being as an integrated unit of nature, and human being, natural inspiration to be in coexistence, because this whole existence is coexistence. Yes. This is why there is a natural inspiration in us to participate for larger order, because each unit is participating in larger order. If you see the body, it is made up of cells. Each cell is participating for the constitution of body. Right? So that's why we need this undivided society. Is it okay, or any doubt, question?
By conducting these kind of UHVs to everyone, what will be the time frame we can expect that the role of constitution or constitution can see like the existing country's constitution or the rules and laws of the country?
We start thinking on this, then you cover half of population of this Tamil Nadu or Chennai. So it is up to you. It is up to you. You think of 2-3 generations, not this one.
Here itself we have now identified 5-6 people for evening class lecture.
Mic. Didi, mic. Didi, give me mic. Raju,
They do have mic.
I was just making a comment that first everybody has to start attending morning session or doing something, every day, and continue to participate in the larger order. You have the opportunity, you have the role as a teacher, as a parent, or as a grandparent. You already have those roles. So only the content and the process has to be more and more refined. That's all. Everything else is there. All the infrastructure is there. The children are there. Everybody is there. All you have to do is to work on the content and the process. And you can do it.
We have 19 days only. Is it possible for them to join now from tomorrow?
morning sessions.
Yeah, I think you can. You have to ask Gopal Babuji. I would say yes, because you are still covering. And they have
discussed it. Yeah.
Those who have done UHV3, they are already eligible.
Even UHV2.
Even UHV2, you are already eligible. Although some now 19 days have passed. They have been covering the initial, you can say, groundwork. So you'll have to do a little bit of homework. But the exercise 1 and exercise 2 have not started as yet.
Let me put it in the group.
Yeah. So you see, like when you are doing physical exercise, you have to do warm up before you start doing your exercise. Otherwise, you'll get some, some problem. So you do your warm up on your own, and then you can continue to, you can join up. I would say that. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so we discussed the need for undivided society. Now we can discuss need for universal human order. Now we can discuss need for universal human order. So as I said that the whole course is divided into 2 parts. First part is society, undivided society, and next part is system, universal human order. So universal human order means now everything is in harmony. Our system, our dimensions to run the society, everything is being governed with these existential laws. So everything is in harmony. So if you ask yourself, is it our natural acceptance to live in harmony and work towards the comprehensive human goals collectively? So you can ask this question, is it naturally acceptable to you to work towards the comprehensive human goals collectively? Second, do we have a harmonious program to fulfill human goals from family to world family order? Do you have any program? Next, you can ask, do we have social systems to achieve the goals collectively? So if you see the society is composed of families living together with a common goal. At each level, harmony contributes to harmony at next level. So if you see these three orders, for example, tree. So that cell is in harmony and is contributing to harmony of that leaf. And that leaf is in harmony and contributing towards harmony of tree. And that tree is in harmony, contributing to the harmony of ecosystem. So each level harmony is contributing towards the next level harmony. Similarly, if I am in harmony, I will contribute in the harmony of family order. If family is in harmony, then it will contribute towards the harmony of society, towards the world family order. So harmony at each level is required. So that's why in UHV2 and UHV3, we rigorously talked about harmony in the self. So once I am in harmony, I will contribute in harmony of family order. Once our family is in harmony, so I will contribute towards this world family order. Now if my family is in harmony, two things will happen. Number one, with harmony, I will think of participation in larger order. And with this harmony, I will create environment in our neighborhood. So both sides we will be working with harmony. So for example, in college, if you are in harmony, so one side you are an environment for many people. They will look your stability and they will observe your behavior. So you are going to be an environment for other people. Another side, because I am in harmony, so it is natural inspiration for me to participate in larger order. So harmony in me is working in two dimensions. One for the environment, second is the participation in larger order. So that's why harmony at each level is important. So human beings individually in harmony contribute to a family order that is in harmony. Family harmony contributes to a harmonious societal order, and all the way to a world family order, which is what universal human order is. And if you see, you can visualize a number of family units in the form of family clusters. Those are in harmony. And several clusters integrate into a larger cluster, participating in harmony. This is required.
One diagram with the clusters.
These chart papers.
Yeah.
Okay, sir has made. Okay.
And then you join those clusters.
So we can share in the group here.
Yeah.
So we are making clusters. So I am in harmony, my family is in harmony, it is a cluster. Then collection of families is another cluster. So one cluster in harmony is participating for another cluster's harmony. So in this way, we can move from family to world family. And we can cover whole human and rest of nature on this planet. So this is universal human order. So universal human order is now everything is in harmony. That we want to see naturally. When it will happen, it may take long time. But important is, if I am clear of this vision, my next step would be towards the harmony. If I am not clear of this vision, I may go back. So with clarity of this vision, I will move next step towards the harmony of larger order. So this is important. है ना? It may take long time, but every step that I will take today, it will be towards universal human order.
Long time, maybe 5-6 generations.
Right. So you, whatever you are, you have got, it was done by your ancestors. For example, you are eating rice. Now it is very common, है ना? Very commonly available to you. But if you see your ancestors, they spend many lives how to grow rice, how to do farming. है ना? Now their efforts you are enjoying. Now when you are making this kind of efforts, your next generation will get those universal human order. But in this whole process, I can also enjoy because I am with my innate laws. I am with my swabhav. So I can also enjoy, I can also be in harmony and participate towards harmony in larger order.
But we cannot visualize.
You cannot visualize. So you are not able to visualize because human values was in your course when you were studying this, your education. So if I put this course in today's education, students will be able to visualize it. Right? So this is what? Then we need also human tradition. So first we discussed need for undivided society. Then we discussed need for universal human order. Now we can discuss need for human tradition. So human tradition means establishing the universal human order at one time is not enough. What we need, it should be sustained from generation to generation. So that's why we need a human tradition. So human tradition means people are making collective efforts in each generation to establish this universal human order. So we need that kind of tradition. So we are calling it as a human tradition. So this requires a collective commitment to passing on values. So we can commit to ensure this universal human order. With our commitment, students commit to ensure this universal human order. And it will go generation by generation. Then human tradition can be ensured. Right. So undivided society, universal human order, and its continuity in each generation. That's why we need human tradition. And between this, we need laws and order to ensure this harmony in everyone, to ensure harmony in our systems. For that, we need laws and order. Because it is transition period. Few people may live against the existential laws. So we need laws and order. So this is how we can visualize the whole society.
So can we, in that case, to pass on UHV to the next generation, we can have UHV day, like international UHV. All days are day. We day is happy day, Father, but we have happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy New Year Day, and then happy UHV Day.
Every day.
So if it is new day, I am happy. It is new year, I am also happy. So I am not waiting for my happiness for a new year. I am happy all the time. That I can ensure with the help of morning sessions.
We are not waiting for the next second to be happy, every second to be happy.
Yes, we can ensure happiness in continuity.
I was having this question for personal.
Mic, Didi, please take mic.
I was ever having this question, like at least one moment I was living in the present, because whatever it's there, I was thinking about the past or the future. This second, this moment, am I in that to see my harmony? Because the disharmony mostly based on the past events which I'm holding or what's going to happen, the future desires and fears or pressuring. At that moment, if I live, there is an harmony. But I couldn't able to see that moment of harmony. Any guidance? It's irrelevant now, but...
See that is what we are discussing in morning session. You have ability to live in present without getting affected from your sanskara. So you ignored this potential in the past. That's why you were in contradiction in the past. You are ignoring this potential in present. That's why you are in contradiction in present. And if you are not starting this practice, you will be in contradiction in future. So that's why there is need to be in a state of pure observer. That we are helping in morning session.
I'm wondering, have I ever been in 1 second in that state? I was just wondering.
So you ask yourself, not me. You ask yourself, what moment you are in present.
So if I say I'm
taking a decision based on my natural acceptance at this moment, can I consider that state as the state of harmony?
Let me complete the first statement. So I am in present means whatever is going on in my imagination at this moment, I am aware of it.
that thing I'm interested.
So I am aware of this, whatever is going on in me. At this moment I am in present. And in this present, I can live unaffectedly with those state of my imagination. And second point is, I need to shift from present to ever present. That is space. That is reality. So if we are shifting like this, then we can ensure harmony each time, every moment.
Is it that other times we are not living?
This?
Is it that other times we are not living? It's only at present. If I am feeling that I am in present, I am living. Other times I am not living.
If you are not aware what is going on in you, you are not in present.
But we are living.
You are living anyhow. Important is, am I living happily or not?
By awareness is in the level of feeling or above the feeling?
Awareness means I am aware what is going on in my imagination. I am aware what is going on in my sanskar.
Sanskar.
I am aware that I am coexisting with space.
If that level I go, it is in the ever-present state. Na? I can touch upon my feelings, but beyond that?
Beyond that?
Beyond like understanding sanskar level, how to see.
So practice it.
Okay.
That we will see. But we need to shift from present to ever present. People talk about present. Be in present. Be in present with ever present. This is very important. And the morning session is helping you to be in state of pure observer, where I can see the present state of my consciousness and I can also see ever present. You are not attending morning session, Didi? Right. So attend this morning session. Why should I answer here? I will answer in morning session. Then why you will come? If you want to know the answer, then join the morning session. Right? So it is very interesting. Let me complete in one sentence. If we are trying our happiness from outside, so outside there is a dead end. You cannot continue your happiness. And inside I am not aware. So inside I am not aware, outside there is a dead end. So I feel helpless many times. What can I do? That moment you can move inside. That moment you can be with ever present, but you are not aware of it. So that's why you feel helpless in many states, in many situations. And you are not so helpless as a human being. You have more potential, but we are not aware of it. So morning session helps us to be aware of that potential. So do it. It's a 4-month batch. One batch run for 4 months. So do it.
It's not a 4-month batch, it's a continuous. First time I didn't understand anything. Only 4th time I got something.
approach.
So don't label it UHV2, UHV3 morning session. What important is every time I am in process, and each level of workshop give depth of the process. So don't label it. You are UHV2, UHV3. All of us in process, and morning session will help you to see in depth. So that is also a process. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when Supraja ma'am started asking the question that how to be in one state at a time and be fully aware about it. So I just recalled UHV2, and there are 4 words which helps me a lot. First is controlled and focused thoughts and desires. These 4 words helps me a lot to be in an exact state where I want to be. I don't deviate from it. I don't think about the past, I don't think about the future, I stay in the state of that particular moment. And ma'am is asking how much time it will take for us to reach a particular order. Let me tell you, ma'am, I sat with 350 people in one hall. They were final year students. They never listened to class. In class, at least 30% will be listening to us, rest of the people in their phone or otherwise engaged in discussions. Now point is, when I started talking about UHV1 with them, that how you are, who you are, do you know that? When these basic questions I asked, this hall of 350 people went quiet. They understood what is the true value they should have on their own. They understood what their family goes through for them. They understood their expectation from the family and what the family expects from them. So at that moment, you radiate something which you learn here. UHV1, UHV2. Let me ask you the question to everybody that how many people in your life you have taught UHV1? Whatever you learned from UHV1.
Camera.
From UHV1 or 2 or 3, whatever we have learned, how many of us has shared it to others? In class? Yes. See. Now, rest of the people who did not raise their hands, please start doing it. Because we need to radiate this knowledge. It needs to reach everybody. And I don't think it will take years to complete in SRM. Whole southern region or northern region we can cover within years, 2-3 years, if we keep on passing on this knowledge. Thank you.
Yes. So only one thing I want to add in that. We can help people to be in process. So we are initiating process. It doesn't mean that everyone is living up to that mark. We are initiating process only. That we need to be care of. Okay. So let's move ahead towards the next slides. So we discussed need for human tradition. Now if you see in human history, there are many efforts are made to ensure this human goal, undivided society and universal human order. Many efforts are made. You can make a list of those efforts. So by visionary peoples, by many visionary peoples, many kind of efforts are made to ensure this undividedness, to ensure this universal human order. So you can make a list from Indian tradition, from your tradition.
Recently, what happened in our community, there was some silver day or something. Silver day or something. Children want to participate in the school competition. But everybody
all my villa mates, even Sangeetaka is here, are preparing their kids to say those Tirukural, and during the Bharatiyar day, they want to give the children the Bharatiyar songs. I called one child and he sang that song very well. And I asked, why you are practicing? He said, tomorrow it's a traditional Bharatiyar day, we have to go and sing the song to win the prize. I asked, what is the meaning of that song? He said, that I don't want. I want to win the prize. So it's there in the tradition, but we are transferring only to win through the competition rather than explaining what is there in the content is missing. Many times in the UHV workshop, almost 12th workshop, I can see many people quoting the words from Tirukural. This is there, it said. We are into, everybody has said this thing, but what they said, that process we are not understanding and fighting who said what. So that is happening is what I feel.
Right. So we should encourage students to verify the proposals. So it doesn't matter proposals are coming from which direction. Issue is, am I verifying those proposals? Otherwise you will be preconditioned. So suppose these proposals, UHV2, UHV3, if you are not verifying it, you will create a new preconditioning in you. And you will be transferring that preconditioning to students. So they will be talking those words, but they will not be able to live. So two things we need to take care. Number one, we are helping people to be in process. Number two, we are encouraging everyone to verify these proposals. If you have assumed these proposals without verification, then you will transfer only words. Then you will transfer only information.
So you are telling, right, like we have to understand the proposal, but we can understand the proposal itself, we have some preconditioning. Already I caused some preconditioning because you are telling something, it is not by everyone understanding the same. You are explaining some concept, but here we have 75, but all the 75 is not exactly just taking the message what you are delivering. We are taking our own preconditioning, right? How it will be that it is very big challenges to explain the concept, right? So how we can overcome these kind of things?
So one point is you attend this workshop multiple times. Because each time you will see many proposals. It will appear to you that many proposals I am listening first time. Each workshop will help you to break some preconditioning, and then next. So it will take time.
But it is not possible. Then it is who. That's why they are telling time frame. There is no time frame. I think so. It's very big.
Second thing, you can make a conducive environment in your university with all these people. So you can start verifying proposal together, whether it is working for me or not, whether it is based on existential reality or not. Second thing, I can give you one shortcut, one tool. Whenever you are confused that it is coming from my natural acceptance or preconditioning, you can check. I can give you one tool. If it is coming from my natural acceptance, I will continue for myself. I will continue it for myself. Number one. Number two, it will be multiplied. We can multiply it from family to world family order. If it is multiplicable from family to world family order and creating harmony, then it is coming from my natural acceptance. For example, I want to be richest person of this world. Suppose I have this thought. Now I want to check whether it is coming from my natural acceptance or preconditioning. First you ask yourself, do I want to continue this? Suppose answer comes yes. Now you multiply this. Now each student, each person of this planet start thinking this. I must be richest person of this world. Will it create harmony or chaos? it will not multiply. So if it is coming from natural acceptance, multiplication will be possible. If it is coming from our preconditioning, multiplication will not happen. Right? Other, you can say otherwise also. For example, feeling of prosperity. Yes. For example, feeling of prosperity. Suppose a thought comes, I want to live with feeling of prosperity. I want to assess my real needs. I want to live with feeling of prosperity. Suppose this thought comes. You ask yourself, can I continue this thought? If yes, then you try to multiply it. If everyone on this planet live like this, will it create harmony or chaos? Harmony. So it is coming from my natural acceptance. So whenever you are confused, you can check in this manner. Right? So whenever you are confused, you can check this. So suppose you are going to tell something, one example in the class. You check with that example. Can it be multiplied from family to world family? If its essence cannot be multiplied, then you are going to preconditioned student.
Bhaiya.
Yes.
Maya, you said actually behavior is the output of thoughts. Like whatever we think, that is shown as behavior. But we come across peoples where when we have conversations, when we come close with each other, we'll put trust on them, we'll believe them, like we believe that they whatever they speak is correct, it is truth. But you know that is not true, because their shade is actually different and we are not able to find it out. They are unpredictable. It takes time whether they are really speaking, are they really this phase or they are in another phase, and after sometimes we get to know that this is not the correct phase and they are acting. So at that point we don't know like how to react, and can you give a solution for this? Let them act, but we are getting affected, right? Huh? It's not like triggering. I'm not getting triggered, but I'm believing, right? Huh? இது ட்ரிகர் கிடையாது, இது நீ சொல்ற ட்ரிகர்.
I'm not reacting to her. I am moving in the right way wherever I can connecting. I could able to manage because of UHV. Otherwise, my reaction will be different. But now we are in harmony in one instant, which is maintaining peace and making the situation also okay. I am also facing the same thing.
Right. Let the people land on this seminar hall.
She wants to know whether her thought and behavior should sync or not, or is she worried about the other's thought and behavior are not syncing? How can she decide on that? Okay. Now I have a doubt as to what she wants to know. If it is my thought, I am thinking something and I am behaving differently, again it is with me, I need to change. If it is about their thought and behavior, I can see only the behavior, how can I decide on the thought of the other person? That's my doubt.
Bhaiya. Yes. No, two questions from the same thing. One is, as you said, like whether that statement is correct, and the second one is, like, what is the solution if the people are behaving like that? Two questions. நீங்க அதானே கேட்டீங்க.
Okay, so let me respond.
நான் கேட்டது அதுதான். ஒண்ணு வந்து
not good but acting like they are good. How to manage?
அதுக்கு ஒன்று ரெண்டாவது
So after UHV2 and UHV3, है ना? Self also. Maybe intensity low, for some people intensity is high, but it is happening with everyone. If we are not aware of my innate nature, my swabhav, then there is a gap, and due to this gap, my conduct is not definite. And that's why we are not able to live in a mutually fulfilling manner, because we have a fear of inhuman conduct, and it is happening because of this gap. So now you want to ask, how will I find what is going on in his mind really? You cannot find. Only you can evaluate him when you will start living with him. So the more interaction will give you more opportunity to evaluate him. So you can do right evaluation. You can do right evaluation, but you cannot feel his thought. And with right evaluation, you can help him to minimize this gap. If he is not working on this gap, he will be like this. Right? So what we can do right evaluation. So after one incident, now you understand that it is his competence.
But the thoughts and behavior are not matching. They are acting.
So these choices are there. This field, thoughts and behavior are not matching because you have choice to manipulate your thoughts. But whenever you manipulate your thoughts and it is against your natural acceptance, you will feel contradiction in you. It doesn't matter people are able to sense it or not, but you will feel contradiction. Similarly, that person who is doing this, maybe you are not able to sense with his behavior, but he will be feeling in contradiction. He may feel contradiction in himself.
Basic problem is expectation.
Problem is not expectation. Problem is not expectation. Just 1 minute. So problem is not expectation. Problem is you must fulfill my expectation. This expectation is a problem. So I am here with the expectation that you will understand. But you must understand in these 8 days, this will create problem for me. So my expectation must be fulfilled by you. It will create a problem. You may start with expectation. Right? Yes, Didi.
My assumption what I am means what you are thinking about others,
Mike.
that is you.
Mike. Let Didi complete. Na?
So, in my explore what I am means, what you are thinking about others or scenario, so that is you. So, based on this, if you are feeling good, that is okay. If you are feeling bad means you have to improve the thought.
What I am means, it is my current state of consciousness. So sometimes I have a feeling of trust, sometimes I have a feeling of mistrust, sometimes I have a feeling of affection, sometimes I have a feeling of opposition. So this is my current state, what I am. I am not living with definite feelings. This is what I am. But what I naturally want to be, I want to live with feeling of relationship every time. But what I am in conflicting state. With some incidents, I start doubting people. With some incidents, I start feeling of opposition. And it is creating trouble in me. So this is a gap in me. What I am and what I naturally want to be. So what I naturally want to be, to have a feeling of relationship for everyone. What I am, for few people I have relationship feeling. For few people I have a feeling of opposition. And in fact, for one person, morning I have a feeling of relationship. By evening I have a feeling of opposition. For the same person. So this is what I am. So I am in trouble. That's why we are manipulating many thoughts. If I am what I naturally want to be, there is no need to manipulate. It will flow. So there is a course on personality development. So what personality development means? Now what I have realized, what is my innate nature, I have understood. Now my feelings are governed by my innateness. Now my thoughts are governed by those feelings. Now it is reflecting in my behavior. There is a harmony. This is development. But what we are teaching students in the name of personality development, smile, look confident, polish your shoes, get a tie. It doesn't matter if you are in contradiction within yourself. But don't let the people feel that you are in contradiction. So it is personality development or personality degradation. You are teaching manipulating your state. So this is not personality development. That's why people have dual behavior. There is a gap. So they have some thoughts they are manipulating it. Because they have been taught like this. Be nice to everyone, whether you are in contradiction or not. So personality development means what is naturally acceptable to me. My feelings are based on that. So I have a feeling of trust. I have a feeling of respect because this is naturally acceptable to me. Now my thoughts are aligned with those feelings. I am thinking how to fulfill this feeling of trust, how to fulfill this feeling of respect, and I am behaving accordingly. This is development. This is personality development. So we are not giving such kind of education sanskar. Then you can find many manipulations in persons. That's why right kind of education sanskar is required. Right?
Yeah, expectations, probable expectations, one thing that I expect from outside, fulfill to outside is a problem. But if I have a right expectation within me for whole, it's not a problem.
So feeling of trust is naturally acceptable to me. And you expect yourself that I will live with feeling of trust. It can be fulfilled. And for others also. If you are expecting natural things, then other can fulfill. For example, your child. If you are expecting that your child should take care of you, it can be done. But if you are expecting it should be Prime Minister, it must be engineer, it may be difficult for him. So natural things can be fulfilled by every person.
Yeah, I want to share one thing. Actually, last year I attended UH2 Jan. That time I understand so many things, actually basic things. And we went for Pongal. After that, I think there was some function with my wife to our native. Actually, my mother innate nature is she is a short temper. Even when she short, like she anger.
It's a short temper.
Yeah. She will anger with small, simple incidents. Something she get very mean. One incident like I studied in college. That time she threw that chappal to me because of that kind of attitude. In that because we have so many things.
Background, actually she doesn't have
that kind of education, whatever it may be. She have that nature. But after my married, we and my wife
went there in my native. That time my mother like scolding to my wife. Some incident there, I'm not going to elaborate those. And she complaining, your mother is not doing good, so hereafter I won't come for your native like this. We have so many. That time I studied the UHV, right? I can't change my mother because nearly 30 years I lived there. This is the innate nature of her. So why can't you change? Because you studied so many things. I teach you the UHV, right? So you just understand. I can't change her, so you accept. So whatever she telling, it is not you. So something the word just hear and link. Likewise, we change the mindset. We can't change the people, right? So this is the thing I'm going to tell you that some people are not going to like behave what we expect, but we have to understand this is their own innate nature, so we have to understand the feelings like this.
So just tell me, just tell me these two words. So just tell me about these two words, innate nature and tendencies. Both are same or different? Different, है? So what you are describing about your mother, it is her tendencies. And tendencies are because of my preconditionings. So it may be correct that I cannot change her preconditioning, but I can facilitate her to be in process of self-exploration so that she may be aware of her innate nature. So I can facilitate into that process. So we cannot change anyone. We can facilitate in the process. So I cannot change you. I can facilitate in the process. So be aware that we are facilitating in the process, not changing the people. Once people will feel need through this self-exploration that I need to change, then they will change. They will change themselves naturally. So we should facilitate in the process, and we are facilitating in the process. This you need to take care. So we are not going to change, we are going to facilitate in the process. People will change naturally.
Even I facilitate to the US country to my mother, you want what you know, I only going to give everything. You are teaching me, go and look.
Okay, mother yourself, है ना? Don't look up. Okay, let's move towards next slides. So many efforts are done. Many efforts have been done in human history to ensure this undividedness, to ensure this universal human order. So you can make a list of all those efforts. Huh? So Didi was telling about Tirukal. So what efforts has been made by?
We are talking like one circular I can explain. We are talking here about verify by yourself. That has been mentioned in Tirukkural. Epporul yaar yarvai keppinen appurul meipurul kanbadarivu. That was right. Anybody can say anything. Have you verified? This was, it's a start stanza, 7-word stanza of every Kural. But if we start understanding, it talks about the reality. So we thought of mapping. Shanmuga Priya ma'am and the team is taking so much effort connecting UHV with Tirukkural. She is doing so much effort on that part. Even she shared many Tirukkural along with the UHV values to me through WhatsApp sometime. But I'm not going through everything. Something I'm reading whenever I'm having time.
1330 Kurals.
1330. It talk about everything. Aram.
So like education means grades not education 10. Yes.
Money
Same
10.
And then even love.
Prema.
All the points. So everything, whatever you have, it is for years, not long ago. But that is for all situations.
All kids of Tamil Nadu will go through at least 10 Adhigaram. It means 10 into 10, 100 Tirukural in their...
आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं? कुछ कहना चाहते हैं? कुछ कहना चाहते हैं?
An articulation of how to live, isn't it? So it's a treasure, and to preserve that treasure, we have to see how our children can explore it, draw the essence of it, and live like that. If they only memorize it and repeat it for competition, it is not enough, isn't it? So UHV5 is a set of courses which has to do with various darshans, various philosophies, so that we can preserve the knowledge in those philosophies but understand the essence of that philosophy. So every philosophy is going to talk about what is this existence. So what is human being? It will talk about that. So from Tirukal you can draw out what is said about what is human being. Then what is my role in this existence? At each level we have drawn 4 levels, as an individual, as a family, etc. So Tirukal will talk about goals at each level, like we have articulated some goals. So in this chapter or this program that we are talking about, we can draw out those 4 goals at an individual level. What are individuals' goals? And the Tirukal also talks about how to fulfill those goals. Both the things, what to do and how to do. Both of them are covered in that. So we are right now talking about what to do part, not how to do. Or a little bit about how to do, but more about what to do. So if we draw out those things, it would be very useful. So today's exercise, today's homework is going to be about that. Whether it is from Tirukal or whether it is from any other teaching, what is their articulation of human goals and what is their only about the human goals. How to do is a nice detail to have. But ultimately we have to explore it and help others to explore it and live like that. It's not enough to just memorize those things, isn't it? Like Supraja just said. So nice. So that's the second point in this. Where is that point? Before this. Before this, I think it is. This make a list of traditional and contemporary efforts. So Tirukal is one such effort. If you know about other efforts, you can make those also. Try to draw out something from that which can be then communicated in a nice, easy way for people to explore. Okay. So we are going to explore few of those efforts. And if you can add that the Tirukal effort, it would be nice. We can keep on enriching this UHV4 course also, and also the UHV5 courses. UHV5 already has few darshans, but we do need to draw out, because ultimately you will see that all the realized people, they are expressing the same thing. They are expressing that we need to have clarity about the truth, the unchanging truth. We need to understand the truth. We need to have a feeling of love in us. And an expression of that feeling of love would be in the form of compassion. So they all talk about truth, love and compassion. Everybody talks about it. Our problem is that we mug up the words and keep fighting about the words. But they are telling us that you explore yourself, you live like that. So all the great people have said the same sort of things. So if we can draw out those conclusions and put it in a manner in which everybody can explore them without simply assuming them, that would be useful. That's what UHV5 is about, or an effort towards that. So you can add Tirukal effort into that UHV5 also and UHV4 also. Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Vijay.